All right, well, good evening, everyone. We'll go ahead and call the village board meeting to order. Ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Gus.
Present.
Trustee Jensen.
As always, present.
Trustee Miller is absent. Trustee Siddiq.
Here.
Trustee Wells is absent. Attorney Frollo.
Here.
Mayor Hucker.
Here.
And Clerk McDonald is present.
All right, if you would all rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first up, we have public comment on agenda items. If anyone would like to address the board on any of the agenda items that are on the agenda, now would be the time to do so. We do have a second opportunity for public comment at the end of the agenda. If anyone would wish to address the board and either of them, please, we ask that you would come up to the podium, give us your name, and state your case. All right. We'll move on then to the consent agenda. Consent agenda tonight includes the following items. Approval of the village board regular meeting minutes for March 14th, 2024. Bills presented for payment in the amount of $131,919. The February finance report and February community development report. Are there any items that the board would wish to discuss separately or consider separately? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve? A motion.
Second that motion.
Trustee Gus, second. Trustee Jensen.
Not here.
Discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Gus.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Siddiq.
Aye.
Mayor Hucker.
Aye. All right, motion carries. Moving on, mayor's report. I do not have anything specific tonight. I'll move on to trustee reports. First up, we've got Finance Committee, Trustee Jensen.
Thank you, Mayor. Very little tonight. Our next meeting is the 23rd of April. At our most recent meeting, we reviewed the expense half of the budget for the coming fiscal year and recommended approval. I don't know when our finance director is going to present that to the board, but it won't be long. And that's it. Our next meeting is April 23rd, upstairs, 6 p.m.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Moving on, Parks and Rec. Trustee Gus, what do you got?
Thank you, Your Honor. Just wanted to say that we had our senior Patty's Day party Friday. 85 people came. I think an awesome time was had by all.
Something happened to your hair, and
Yes.
it will be that way for a while. Yep.
Must be all very exciting. And then the other thing is Saturday's our Easter egg hunt, 9 o'clock, Founders Park.
9 o'clock.
It's going to rain.
No, it isn't. You just think of this.
Yep. We have a guarantee from former trustee Otterson
That's right.
that there would be no rain.
And that ends my report.
All right. Thank you, sir. Trustee Wells is not here. Is there anything on behalf of building, planning and zoning?
Just a reminder, there is the grand opening for the Tractor Supply. They're actually open now, but grand opening on Saturday. So
Mhm.
looking forward to see everybody there.
Very good. All right. Public relations, Trustee Miller's not here. Nothing from, well, that would have covered that one as well. Public safety, Trustee Sedek?
Thank you. I just have one item that I would like to mention is that Friday, 17th, 18th, and 19th, there will be a First Responders Expo celebration, which will be held again at the Gurney Mills Parking Lot E. Friday, the 17th, 12:30 to 2, Tunnel to Towers will be there. The 18th from 10 to 3, there'll be just a huge family-friendly event with 45 police and fire departments. They'll have safety activities, food trucks, live demonstrations, things like that. And then on Sunday, the 19th, from noon to 5, they will have Rods for Remembrance car show. So if anyone is interested in the car show featuring your car, the registration will take place that day from 10 a.m. to 12. So again, this will actually be in our upcoming newsletter to remind everyone to mark these dates. This will be a little something fun.
Okay.
And I don't know, does the sheriff's department have anything interesting? Fire department with us this evening? No? Okay. That concludes my report. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Moving on, Public Works Committee, who's taking that one tonight?
Well, being the sole remaining representative of the Public Works Committee, I guess that falls to me.
Thank you.
And we do have two items on the agenda. And before we dig into that, I'd like to mention that at our Public Works our Public Works Committee meeting, our Public Works Director provided us with some interesting statistics on traffic on Talmadge. The god awful cut through traffic that the folks in that neighborhood are dealing with. And it is westbound Talmadge for the month of February is the data that we had presented to us, averaging around 1,000 vehicles a day. That's it. Just getting here tonight to make a westbound turnoff from north onto Wadsworth was a challenge. It's dangerous. You can't get out of there, and then sometimes westbound or eastbounders stop to let people turn in front of them, and they're going to get rear-ended because you're not expecting that coming down that hill.
Mm-hmm.
So the saga continues. Despite the best efforts of the village, there's going to be no solution until November, I think.
On that topic, we have just today, I think, received window cling stickers that are bright green that say Beach Park resident on them. They're numbered, and we literally just got them. But that was suggested by a resident as a possible kind of a pass system, if you would. If the sheriff's department is running one of their details on traffic, and the residents have access to these, that the local residents can have those in their windows and avoid the unnecessary or inconvenient stopping. So it's something we have not set up yet. We have not got the sheriff's department on board with it yet, but it's coming. So it may well be something that'll help, but time will tell.
Perhaps if they do a roadblock kind of devil's in the details. Of course, we get my kids come visit, and what about your carpool people and your house cleaners and your paper boys and on, the delivery guys, but worth a shot.
Right.
All right. Now to the meat of the Public Works Committee. The first item I have is to offer a resolution accepting proposal from Brightview for landscaping services within the Heatherstone at Cambridge subdivision and Brame Tot lot, and consider that a motion. And this, as we consider this, the price is slightly higher than it's the same outfit as the last couple of years. A slight increase in cost, less than inflation. It was $40,016 last year. They've increased it by about a little over $1,000. It's $41,336 this year. So I would make that a motion to approve.
I will second it.
We have a motion by trustee Jensen, second by trustee Gus. Discussion?
Oh, and our folks at Public Works are very happy with their service, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
That's important. All right. No discussion. Roll call, please.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Siddick.
Aye.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Gus.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, the second final item that I have, this one relates to work that is necessary to complete our road resurfacing next year, this coming year. And what happened was, subsequent to the design of the road resurfacing, the engineers discovered that there was some drainage work that needs to be done in addition to the resurfacing in order to protect the pavement, of course. And so I will read the official title. It's a motion to accept proposal from HMG Engineers for engineering services related to stormwater improvements adjacent to the 2024 MFT street maintenance project. And we discussed this at length at our Public Works committee meeting. It's a little disappointing that this didn't get bundled. Not that we wouldn't have had to pay for it either way, but it was our opinion that it should have been included in the MFT project, separate item. We're paying a separate fee to the engineers. There'll be another bid item for the drainage. We might have got a better price if it were incorporated into the big project. So, but that all said, it's hindsight, and you have a motion to approve this proposal.
All right. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion by trustee Jensen, second by trustee Gust. Discussion? All right. Roll call, please.
Trustee Siddick,
Aye.
trustee Wells,
Aye.
trustee Gust,
Aye.
trustee Jensen.
Aye.
All right.
That concludes the
Carries.
Public Works Committee. I was going to say Finance. Public Works Committee report.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Wells came in a little bit late. Did you have anything for your report tonight?
Nothing.
Thank you. We have nothing to report from the Tax Increment Finance Committee as it did not meet. Are there any late-breaking staff or new business items that we need to consider? All right. Then we'll move on to citizens wishing to address the board. This is the second and the broad category of any and all. We ask that you would come to the podium, state your name, state your case. The newly passed ordinance that was approved at the last meeting does take into effect this meeting, which is a 5-minute time clock, so to speak, on speaking, which typically appears to be adequate time. And we just ask that everyone would be courteous and don't all jump at once. Mr. Heim, please come up.
Good evening. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Heim, longtime resident of Beach Park and member of North Shore VFW Post 4737. The reason why I'm here is part of our stated purpose of the VFW to perpetuate the memory and history of our dead and to assist their surviving spouses and orphans. I've been in contact with various people, the mayor and various people on the board about honoring one of our fallen, Sergeant John Penich. Sergeant John Penich died on October 16th, 2008, and I'm proposing to have a memorial built in Founders Park. I finally have a pretty solid plan of what I want. I can present this to the board. I would like it back. I can give you the copies that are in it. Eric, you want to start here?
Sure.
Let's see what we're talking about.
Ah.
So slide 1 is a picture of Sergeant John Penich in all his glory while he was still living. Sergeant 2 is a sample plaque of the company that's going to make the plaque. Third is my proposal of the layout. Fourth is clarification of the awards for the fabricator. And in the middle is a hasty model of the base. The base will be made, it'll be 60 inches long, made out of stainless steel. It's modeled on anything you could buy at Menards on putting in a fence post, except it'll be made out of stainless steel. It'll be 30 inches below ground, 30 inches above, adequate angle. And when we get the plaque, I'll mount the plaque. I would like to I'll mount it myself, so I don't know if we need to talk to Julie.
Yeah.
If you look on there, you'll see the map of Founders Park and the circle. If you walk as you're coming in from the south, as you're coming in from north, going south, that radius as you first walk in is where I'm proposing to put it, to be a little red dot there.
Mhm.
I will mount it myself after approval of the board, and the formal dedication will be on the anniversary date on October 16th. Approximately noon hour, that can all be worked out. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. All right.
Hello, board. Alan Hutchison. I just want to take a minute to remind you guys that the situation that we have going on West Beach Road is back. Obviously, the Waukegan Sports Park has created a very serious traffic issue over there. And I was happy to hear today, not happy, but in listening to the board reports today, I heard Trustee Jensen refer to the Talmadge situation as having about 1,000 cars a day. And he called that a terrible traffic situation and dangerous. I just want to remind you that we did, data last year showed that we actually had more traffic than that per day, more than 1,000 cars per day, and we had 40% of those cars over speed. So I'm happy to hear that we're now classifying that as dangerous. So earlier in the 2 weeks since we've been here, I actually had to call the sheriff's department to deal with Park District employees who were speeding down the road, and I have all that information with license plates and everything as well. But just want to let you know that we're still battling that issue. And although my heart goes out to the people who are dealing with the situation on Talmadge because of the road being renovated over there, I'll remind you that those people have been dealing with this problem for about 2 months. We're in our 15th year. So we very much would like to see something happen. We very much would like to see some steps be taken to try and make our neighborhoods safe again. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Cole Shambari. I'm just going to share a quick quote from Thomas Jefferson. Rightful liberty is unobstructed action according to our will within limits drawn around us by the equal rights of others. I do not add within the limits of law, because law is often the tyrant's will, and always so when it violates the rights of the individual. That being said, I'd like to call for the immediate resignation of Mark Huber and Nimrod Warda. And I'm going to let everybody else talk.
Thank you.
My name's William Rendell. I live on Wilson Avenue, a dead end. When Beach Park started back in 1989, they wanted to initially start prior to 1989, I think it's 1987, and they say, hey, we're going to become a village. And I think that's wonderful. Which way I voted on it is not really important, but I have been a citizen since basically birth, 1954 in Beach Park. I built a house after serving in the Air Force in Beach Park. I've had a family. I've got grandchildren that are here that were born while I was in Beach Park. And I would just like to remind each and every one of you, and I think I know a few personally over the years, that when the village became a village, they chose to take over Waukegan Township and a few of the other things around. The people that I am involved with happen to be people that work for a living, have tools for a living, and it seems to me that we have lost guidance. We have lost what the people of Beach Park stand for. Me, a worker, I worked at the power plant for 36 years. I retired. And I believe you have lost track of the people that you wanted from Waukegan Township and the different things. I'm on the end of Beach Road, or on the end of Wilson. I'm in the Waukegan Township, but I'm also in the Waukegan School District. So I don't have access to Beach Park, but I still fall under the rules of Beach Park. I started a business in before 1989, before Beach Park became a village. And during that time, I run my business out of my address at 37884 North Wilson Avenue. I have neighbors. I've plowed the streets on Wilson, on Loyola, all the other stuff. And 79, became a owner of property in 1977. I got out of the service, built a home here in Beach Park in 1979. And I believe have been a decent citizen. And for me to have my tools, just as John Hucker, I know you might be in a little different area for where you had your business. There are people on Lewis Avenue that have theirs. I happen to be on a dead end, even though I'm a block. There have been several problems with me and the property in the Village of Beach Park. One has been water, hookups to water, whether or not I had a deposit on my stuff. 25 years later, I get a letter that says if you don't obey and get hooked up with that deposit of the water, $2,000 fine, different fines like this. And it turns out I come and I talk to them, and they don't have a record of my deposit when the water system came in. And I was offered to buy a water meter, $100 deposit, $600 pay-in, and I come in and nobody knows anything about it. I'm sure I'm not probably the only person that did pay a deposit back when that came through. The sewer came through in 79 when I built my house. I was fortunate enough. I was probably one of the first people to hook up to the sewer. Wonderful. At that time, I put in a water line in my home that I built personally. I was able to put that deposit on that water meter. And for the Village of Beach Park to not have record of my deposit, I think is, could it be classified a misunderstanding, this and that? And I was told that, no, I did not have a deposit on my water meter. I went back to my
That's 5 minutes,
files,
Mr. Mayor.
Open it up. I know we're getting closer to 5 minutes, but I would like it to realize that when you're interacting with people and they have problems with their water and the other things like that, that there may be more to just as simple of having green water or this or a meter.
Okay.
And
And I do want to respect,
I'll respect the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I will leave. I've got my grandsons here. I want just you to understand that when you took over as a village, that you took the sick, the weak, the poor, the old, and now when I was 23 and I grew up from 0 to here, I do have time. And I'm close to 70. I don't like saying the O word, but I'm telling you, the way we're treating people, I find it somewhat suspect, and I'm
Okay.
going to leave it at that.
thank you for your comments.
But there are more than that, and that's, right-of-ways and all the other stuff that have taken away from me, and I'll let you guys go.
Okay.
And I hope that each and every one of you may stand up and talk
Please,
also.
sir, please.
I have 5 minutes.
Yes.
I will give my 5 minutes to
That's not
him
how it
so he
works.
can finish.
That's not how it works. You have 5 minutes, please. Go ahead.
Well, I wanted to finish. I wanted him to finish.
That's fine. That's
Okay, well,
fine. Okay. No. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else?
I
Okay.
encourage you to speak.
All right.
I have something.
Yes.
I don't know if you all got these things from the Tractor Supply, but if anyone wants a 25% off, $25 off any in-store purchase, I spent all my money there last weekend. So feel free, anybody that's planning to go there.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
My name is Charles. I'm here. I represent Freedom 515. I'm the lead organizer for Illinois and Wisconsin.
I'm sorry, Charles, your last
Charles.
name?
Just Charles, please.
And you represent who?
Freedom 515. We're a grassroots organization. We have over 12,000 members nationwide. I've been in contact with Cole You all know who Cole is. I don't have to say anything else. But what I find what you're doing to him is unethical and unmoral. And your legal counsel should be fired. Because what you're doing to him is you're violating his 8th Amendment right. Our Constitution is the ultimate law of the land. I don't know, how long you guys have all been on the board. I didn't research that. But I personally move for the resignation of every one of you. And whether you give your resignation or not, you can and will be replaced.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else wish to speak? Okay. Seeing none? Oh, well, just speak up.
Really, I'm trying to stall it till my husband gets here, but.
Oh.
How long will it take? He said about 10 minutes, and I only got 5. So my name's Nikki, live on Malman. Aside from all the water issues we constantly seem to be having now, there's also still commercial parking. Again, year and a half asking about this. As far as I'm aware, nothing has been done. Same thing with the issues of the traffic. Nothing has been done. Water, nothing has been done. It's a repeating pattern of citizens that you guys are supposed to represent, that you guys work for, that you guys were elected by to work for us, yet you guys are not doing anything for us. All these issues keep getting brought up. There's no resolution. I'm surprised to have 2 people looking at me because typically you guys are all looking down on your paper, not paying attention to anybody while they're up here talking. So thank you. I appreciate that. So, I mean, what are we supposed to do? You guys want people to come to meetings? People are coming to meetings now. They keep getting bigger and bigger yet. What are you guys doing? You're not doing anything for the people that you work for. You're not coming up to any kind of resolution. Nothing has happened with anything. What do we have to do to get resolution to any of this? 15 years he's been complaining about the traffic on the road. 15 years. How long have you been in office? Nothing's being done. A year and a half talking about commercial parking. Nothing's been done. What are we supposed to do? How do we come to some kind of resolution on anything? Those are questions. I mean.
This is public comment time. This is not debate or.
Okay, so I can't ask how to come up to a resolution?
You
Do I
can
have
ask-
to come in and talk in a private time, not in front of people, not at a public
You
meeting?
can ask all the questions you want. This is not public debate time. This is
Okay.
public this is time for you to address the board.
Okay, so board, I would like for you guys to do your jobs, do what we elected you to do. You work for your people, but you're not working for us. You're working against us. You're making everybody's life difficult. You're pushing everybody out. We're a blue-collar community. People have to work for a living, okay? You guys are making it impossible for some people to work. And apparently I'm gonna have to call the village during business hours to talk to somebody to get any kind of answers to figure out how this gets resolved, because coming to these meetings is doing absolutely nothing but frustrating everybody. It's a public meeting, so everybody can be informed, but apparently we can't ask questions or get answers so that everybody's informed. It's gonna have to be done privately, so not everybody knows, only one person knows, and I guess I'll have to come to the next meeting after that, and then come up here and make the comments so that everybody can know, because the board can't talk to its citizens, apparently.
Thank you for your comments.
I was not planning on speaking, and
Your name is
Maggie,
Maggie?
Yes.
Yep, Maggie, what's your last name?
I will just leave it at Maggie. I know that you just said that we're not here to ask questions, and I know that this meeting is for us to publicly speak and present our concerns. But is there a way where we can set up a meeting where we can ask questions and you guys can answer them, or is that something that can't be done?
We have committee meetings that are regularly scheduled for different topics. We also have, individuals elected to these positions that can speak with you one-on-one anytime you want. You'll find village email addresses on the website. You'll find ways to contact and send comments, etc. And I'm responding out of courtesy here because you're
And I
asking a very
appreciate that.
specific question about how to communicate with the board.
I
This is a
appreciate that.
one-way dialogue here, but we're all citizens. We're all residents.
you.
We all live in your neighborhoods. And all it's required is for you to reach out individually if you'd like to, come to a committee meeting if you want more detail on a particular
Okay.
topic, and take it from
Well,
there.
maybe we can probably start doing that, as coming to those meetings where we can have our questions answered. I do want to piggyback on what Nikki said is about the commercial parking. My husband's gotten so many tickets, and you guys have no proof that his truck is a commercial truck. It's a truck, a big truck, pickup truck, and it has no logos, no nothing on it. And we've gotten fined for having that truck parked in our driveway. That's what he uses to get to and from work. Where is he supposed to park? We are, as Nikki said, a blue collar community. We are here to work, to earn a living, and it feels like you guys are trying to kick us out. You guys want a Lake Forest vibe? Move to Lake Forest. We're Beach Park, blue collar community with people, white people, black people, Hispanic people from all races and backgrounds, and it feels like you guys are just pushing everyone out. I mean, you own a company, sir, right? So lead by example.
Hello, my local terrorists. My name's Ronald Thaverge.
I'll ask for civil conversation here tonight. I will not tolerate name calling. I will not tolerate any kind of insanity you want to bring. If you want to communicate to our board, please feel free to do so.
Absolutely. So, my name's Ron Thaverge, 10115 West Malman Avenue. I've been here at every single meeting that I can for the last year and a half. I've tried to make it to all your meetings. Every time I show up at a meeting, even when you guys make it during the day, it gets rescheduled because we show up. I've tried going on your guys' schedule, and, you know, it conveniently, not enough trustees show up to have the meetings all of a sudden when we show up 10 minutes early. Now, a lot of us take the days off of work to come do this, right? I've addressed this, I don't know, 30, 40 times. You know, I see that we seem to make ordinances to protect the trustees, and that's my opinion. I see that we have time to make ordinances to do everything behind closed doors. I mean, everything seems to be in a meeting in a different room that actually matters for the village and this, and for us. You know, I see that we can do an ordinance fast enough to make it that they don't have to respond to what's going on with coal. But we don't see anything happening with anything that we, the people, want. So I really feel that this board is for the board, by the board, for their personal gains. Unfortunately, I would love to have a different attitude about that. I've reached out to all of you. I've come to the meetings. I've come to the office. I've done everything with permits. I've asked everything I can in every way, shape, or form to do things the right way. You guys are complaining about stuff. I'm moving my shipping containers off my property. I'm doing everything I can in your power. You tell me what to do, I do it, right? So I know my time's almost up, but I really don't think that this village is for the people, by the people. This is, the people are here, the people are talking, we're showing up. You know, my family's been here every time and we've never got one response. No, you know, we tried everything. So, I mean, at some point, it's, you know, pointless. I mean, what do? I'm not moving. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll buy more property, I'll buy more houses, I'll bring more people here. All right? I've watched hundreds of families leave. My dad left. My cousins left, my aunts and uncles left. Even the people that worked here for the city for years retired and left because they don't want to be here and deal with the drama and headaches. Right? I mean, at what point do you, as a village, have to answer to the people? Because so far, all I've seen is you guys dancing around it and finding a way not to answer for anything. I mean, what do we have to do to get an answer for things? I mean, what is the proper direction? You know, I don't want to have to go spend get an attorney and go through this route. I'm trying to be civil. I've been at every single one of these meetings trying to find a way. All right? I'm buying property outside of Beach Park to be able to take care of my stuff, right? To have my things. But I'm not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. You know, we're trying to be cordial, but we get no answers and no feedback at all. None. Not one. None at all. So, I mean, I just want to know what we're supposed to do.
Were you in the room when Mayor Huckard brought up about reaching out to the actual committees?
I've actually been with every single one and come to every single thing. When they had the one time that there was a meeting for the commercial parking, I took the day off. 3 people took the day off. We showed up 20 minutes early, and then conveniently, not enough people showed up and they canceled the meeting, and we haven't had another one since. I've got someone that literally sits at home watching all the boards and watches all the stuff, and I pay this person to watch everything now and to keep track of everything, right? I'm paying out of my pocket because we all have general interests now. So if it's going to cost me money, if I'm spending $250,000, $300,000 to buy other property, I'm going to start taking some of that money and paying attorneys and fighting stuff because we tried everything the right way. You guys give me a ticket, I fix it. You give me another ticket, I fix it every time. I've talked to everybody that works in the city, and I comply with everything they ask. I come down and I ask every time. So it's not like I'm not trying. So yes, I have been to all the meetings. I have been in everything, and I even try. So I mean, I just, you know, email paper
That's
trails.
5 minutes,
there's
Mr.
just
Mayor.
tons, So.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Okay, last call. Anyone else want to address the board tonight?
Hi, my name is Rachel Rogie, and I own the property Doc Solomon's house. This is my first time being in a meeting, and I'm not sure how to go about this. My driveway literally points at North Avenue. My daughter attends school in Beach Park, and it's horrific in the mornings. I would like to volunteer, like I don't know how this works with the Lake County Sheriff, to have them sit in my driveway. I've had my children screamed at from people coming from all this traffic. So I just wanted to, I don't know how this works, put that out there.
Okay.
So I watch people run the stop sign. To get off of my property, it takes me 10, 15 minutes. I have people tailgating me, screaming at me. There's tons of garbage. You know, I'd like to see something kind of done about it. I know it's a pressing issue for everybody. The people, on Talmadge and all these other people are having way more issues, but it's horrible. You have people screaming, road rage. I mean, it's bad. There's bottles of glass bottles of Hennessy being thrown. The amount of garbage, it's crazy. And not even that, there's cars passing the school bus. The bus driver will say good morning to me, and there'll be people screaming swear words, shut up. My kid doesn't get off the bus. People are honking. I mean, I have the space. The Lake County Sheriff's 10 years ago used to sit in my driveway. So I was wondering if, however you work that, if that can be brought up and maybe considered.
Well, staff will take your comments and talk with the deputies and see if we can work something
Well,
out.
I have called them. I've called the Lake County Sheriff, and they say I have to actively be sitting in my driveway. I don't have time to do that.
Right.
You know, so they suggested that I talk to you guys.
Yep. And our staff is, Mark Huber here, the village administrator, is the first one at the table on the side here, and he's taking notes, and he'll be taking your ideas to the sheriff's office. So,
All right, thank
okay,
you.
thank you. All right, anyone else? All right. We have no cause tonight for an executive session, so
Mayor, I'd like to offer a motion to adjourn. I'd also like to express my appreciation, believe it or not, to our residents for showing up. We seldom have many folks here, and it's important to hear from you, whether we like to hear what you have to say or not. And especially having the youngsters here, although that one guy's not too interested. That's the next generation.
Out for the
and
count.
They might be up here some. So with that, motion to adjourn.
Second.
we have second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Hey, Mark, did you want the original or was the email okay? It has a couple little wrinkles, but that might be easier to work from that versus the email copy to try and print it from there because I just printed it through. Awesome. Yeah, but I think there's a couple other things because I want like the graph of what we do with the sheriff's department. Yeah, just just stuff. Awesome. Thank you.
So you come to a meeting when we have the crowd.
That guy called us terrorists. I've never been called a terrorist. Great idea, Joe. I love it.